Hey everyone, Random Randy here. This is Vlogust for August 30th, 2017. This is going to be a fairly short video because both of the boys are napping and there's supposed to be a housing inspection soon. So when they roll up at the door, I'm going to have to ask them to come back another day, preferably in the morning, because Killian is finally asleep after not wanting to go to sleep, and Hunter is finally resting. He did really well with the dentist today. He was supposed to have several root canals. It turns out that he didn't, in fact, need them. Isn't it funny how I mentioned that maybe they were just trying to roll us for the insurance? So anyway, conspiracies aside, they were also going to have to do 5 crowns, but they ended up just doing 2 fillings and only giving him 3 crowns. So there was a lot less work than they were expecting to do, which is awesome because the sedation hit him really hard. It was some sort of an oral sedative that was something that he actually had to drink. And on top of that, they used the gas on his nose, and on top of that, had to give him Novocaine to actually numb him here. They got the entire right side of his mouth done. He was awesome. He just sat there and watched a movie and pretty much slept through the entire procedure. When they were just finishing up and had to push to get the crowns on his teeth, that was when he started coming to, and that was when the sedative started to wear off. But he was so stumbly from the oral thing that they had him take that he couldn't walk, and he kept asking me really weird questions that I couldn't quite understand. It was almost like he was drunk, so that portion of it was kind of funny. I actually had to pick him up and carry him in to lay him down on the chair so they could work on him, but they got everything done. He did awesome. We came home and he was starving because, you know, he had to fast overnight. So we got home and I made him and Killian some oatmeal with raisins in it. And I used milk instead of water so that it would be extra filling for him, because he's pretty much only going to be able to have soft foods for the next few days. He also ate one of the most giant bananas I've seen in my life. It was like this big, ridiculously huge. But he also had 2 mandarin oranges and a few other things to eat, and I made sure that he had plenty to drink. The dentist was telling me that it's totally okay if he wants to take a nap, but make sure that he eats and drinks, because I guess somebody that recently their child had some procedures done, he just slept all day and they ended up having to take the poor kid into the hospital because after fasting all night and then sleeping all day, he was completely dehydrated and they had to hook him up to IVs and stuff at the hospital. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to be a problem here. So, like I said, the kids are resting, and I'm just kind of trying to wind down because the sound of the drill at the dentist and the smells, if you've ever been to the dentist and you've had them drill your teeth, you know the distinct smell of the drill when it's running and of your tooth being filed away. I was pretty much fighting tooth and nail to not have a flipping panic attack at the dentist, even though I was crocheting and I got like 3 squares done and I'm working on weaving in all of the ends. But I got enough of these squares done for the patriotic blanket now that I can add a whole other row, and I'm going to keep chipping away at that on top of working on the Dracarys blanket, and hopefully, probably tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to do another yarn talk soon. But yeah, this is just a standard. I know that the light's totally blowing it out, but that's a little bit better. But this is just a standard granny square. I actually have a tutorial video on how to do these. If you don't know how to do a granny square and you want to, and the instructions that I give, if you just keep doing the repeats in the corners the same, you can keep going indefinitely with it and just make one giant square if you want to. So that's really all I have for the Vlogust video. I will also, this is going to go up first because the other one is going to take forever, but either today or tomorrow I will also be posting the video of me getting my craft room all moved around and organized. So if you're into time-lapse things and watching 4 hours of work condensed into about 15 minutes with some soothing Zen music in the background, then that'll be right up your alley. And that should be going up sometime in the next day or two. And I guess that's really it. Hopefully I will be able to get filming some tutorials now that this whole general nonsense that stresses me the hell out is over for now, until, you know, we have to get the other side of his mouth done once he's had some time to heal and get over the trauma. Because he was a total mess once the sedative wore off and we were getting up and moving. I think it was more the fact, honestly, that he was hungry and that they had to physically wake him up because he had fallen asleep. I think that was why he totally lost his mind. But I had to carry him and hold him with one arm with his legs wrapped around my waist like a little koala as I, like, signed to pay the rest of the bill and got him buckled into the car, and oh, the poor kid. He's had a few bouts of bursting into tears, but for the most part I've been like, okay, talk to me, use your words, what's wrong? And his response is, I'm hungry. Like, alright, all you have to do is say I'm hungry and I'll get you food. You don't have to cry like a baby, sweetie. Just tell me you're hungry and I will feed you. I will never not feed you. Kids. Anyway, gonna cut it here so I can get this edited, get this up, and get the other video finished so that can go up in the next couple of days, and so I can chase away the home inspection people unless they get here closer to 4 when Killian's usually waking up. It's about 3:30 right now, so yeah. But I also wanted to say thank you to everybody who left me positive comments on the last video. I really do appreciate all of the good thoughts and the fact that you empathize with my horrible panic brought on by being anywhere near a dentist. I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you everybody for the kind comments and the well wishes for Hunter and I. And I will catch you all tomorrow for the last Vlogust and potentially for a yarn talk. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will catch you next time. Bye.